Hi there, welcome to Ifeoma News. My name is Ifeoma, and this is my channel where I teach you about topics that your mother and father should have told you. I feel recently this channel for the past several years has been dedicated to nurses, registered nurses like myself, who wanted to see a way of leaving bedside and practice holistic wellness, holistic nursing, and being a self-employed person. But over the years, and specifically recently, I've been called to do a different focus and make another pivot. So starting today, you'll be getting more topics that are related to femininity, spirituality, as well as really deep life lessons that your mother or father should have taught you. And depending on your spiritual path, you may have not been blessed to have the best, healthiest family dynamics. And I want this channel to be that opportunity where it levels the playing field, where I'm not going to be able to eradicate all the trauma that you experienced as a child or how you grew up. But if you are a millennial woman and you're just coming to this awakening, you've gone through your dark night experience, and I'll talk about that in another video, I want you to understand that it's never too late to live the life that you want, long as you feel that you deserve it. And there's a lot of nuances that affect the black woman, and I feel we can have very juicy, successful, romantic and healthy non-romantic relationships with people once we just understand how life works, understand how to develop healthy boundaries, and also how to improve our confidence in ourselves. So today what I want to talk about is when it comes to dating in the black community, there's just a lot of barriers, and I'm only going to spend a little bit of time on talking about the barriers because I do want this video to be a little bit upbeat. I've noticed with a lot of YouTubers, when they talk about the dynamics of dating as a black woman, it's all this doom and gloom, and they kind of poke at the deep insecurities that a black woman experiences. And I think they understand that that's automatically going to get them a lot of views because a lot of black women experience this. However, I'm more of a natural manifester. I believe in speaking into the universe what you want, and what you feel is what you reflect. So I want you to understand that you can have a healthy relationship like your white girlfriends, your Asian girlfriends, your Latina girlfriends. You being a black woman is more than enough for you to have a healthy relationship with whoever you want to build with. So one of the barriers black women face is we are reared at a young age, specifically a lot of us who grew up in a broken home. When I say broken home, a family where it was not healthy emotionally or physically. We did not see healthy dynamics of feminine and masculine gender roles in our family. So you can come from a broken home even if your parents are still married. If it's domestic violence, if there's verbal abuse, if there's cheating, you can come from a broken home. So if you came in a home where your father wasn't there and was absent, and your mom was unable to provide that healthy role model for you, or even you have a toxic relationship with your mother as well, we're reared at a young age to just overcompensate. And what I mean by overcompensate, we're reared at a young age to give a lot of power. The black man is, especially now in this Black Lives Matter era, the black man is enemy number one. The police don't like him. They don't want to give him a job. He's intimidating. He's going to be in jail, so it's hard for him to get a job. So if he doesn't have enough money to take care of for you, you got to lower your standards. You got to give him a shot because it's not an even playing field. So my thing is, like, when did it become the black woman's responsibility to play God? That's another topic for another day. Another thing is, you can't expect a man to take care of you. You're a gold digger. You need to bring something to the table, not caring for this man's child, not rearing him well, not being his emotional confidant. That's not enough. You need to do that, plus have a job, be independent, go Dutch, pay 50-50, because after the women's suffrage movement, feminism is equal pay for equal work. You do not need a man for anything. That term, you do not need a man for anything, is one of the worst advices and slogans that is spread in our community, compared to all the other ethnicities. I don't know that, what goes on in Asian and Caucasian and Latina communities, because they're really good at protecting outsiders who don't belong from knowing their dirty laundry. But the black community has, in general, I can't speak for the whole collective, but in general, we have a bad reputation of keeping our dirty laundry. Everybody knows our little dynamics and ours, but other cultures we don't. And I do not hear other ethnicities like Asian, whites, Latinos saying, Indian women, I do not hear them saying, "Oh, I don't need a man for anything." I don't need a man for anything. I'm good for my man. All men ain't shit. And, as soon as they get successful, they're going to get them a black girl. As soon as they get successful, they're going to leave me and get a blah, blah, blah. I don't hear that. Oh, yeah, I had his kid. I'm on the second kids, but I don't need marriage. Marriage is a piece of paper. I'm not ready for marriage. You know, all these things. Oh, I'm 38 years old and I'm single. I'd rather be single than be in a stressed out relationship, versus I'd rather be in a relationship that's healthy. Why is it you're in a relationship and you have to settle, or you have to be single and be miserable? So these are the barriers that affects the black community. I'm going to try to make all my videos going forward for 10 minutes. So now what I want you to know is, if someone feels you're desirable enough to be intimate with you, and that's another barrier. Oh, black women are just hypersexualized. They just want us for our bodies. They don't see us good enough to marry and bring home to mom or wife us up. And if you're dark, you have it even worse. Black women are the least likely to get married. We're least desirable. That's all bullshit, because if that's really true, why are all these other ethnicity adopting attributes that we have naturally? We don't need plastic surgery for, but they get to a la carte the black woman experience. You get, the lips. Like, I purposely, if you watch my old videos, I wore locks. To some of you who are not woke, we'll call them dreadlocks. I wore locks for over 3 years, and I've had locks before that, and I recently cut them off. But I did that purposely to prove to myself I don't need this to feel attractive, right? So I purposely had locks, and I cut it recently myself, and now I have really short hair, so I can change up my looks. But aside from black women wearing different types of hair texture, we really don't use outside things to manipulate our beauty compared to other cultures, where they will use the fillers and the injections and the breast implants and the booty implants and all those things. And there's no shame. If I'm not paying for your procedure, like, who am I to judge? But my point is, I really question the argument that black women are least desirable. I feel black women have the least amount of self-esteem, because we have everything that it takes, but the only way someone can have sex with you and not feel the requirement to protect you and provide for you and provide emotional security for you is because you allow them run through your shit without, feeling like bringing something to the table. I feel black women are the most desirable because our traits are just spread out in so many communities. Now people want to tan. Now people want to get breast implants and lip injections and extensions. Like, they take our whole swag, but they don't want to take the acceptance of the society treats us on the emotional level. So my channel is really going to talk about that a little bit more, just to kind of switch your perception of how you think of yourself. Your life is really remodeled based on how your brain perceives yourself. And I'm just tired of hearing all these YouTubers making a lot of money, making a lot of views, getting more known by just poking and prodding at the black woman insecurity without really giving us the tools to be where we want to be. And so my channel is going to be that. I'm done talking about nursing. I've taken some time from not doing as much videos because I just wasn't connecting to the topic. However, I didn't know what was the next focus that I was going to talk about. And now that I've done a lot of the inner work and taking time to reflect, I realize when I talk about black spirituality, black femininity, not feminism, femininity, black femininity, sensuality, and also really exploring like being a career woman. Like for me, as a registered nurse, I've never liked working for other people. So I thought, oh, if I don't like working for other people, maybe I should start my own business. But then I realized, as a spiritual person, spiritual people are not really motivated by money. We like nice things. I like nice things, like not like bags or purses, but I like to travel. I like to eat great. I like to, splurge on manicures and pedicures. But money isn't like something that's gonna, wake me up in the morning. It's just making the world a better place little by little by me doing something, making someone feel heard, making someone understand that they're not alone. That's what motivates me. So that I was just like, how can I do that? Because I don't like being treated like some workhorse. I'm not a workhorse. And what is the next step? And so now I came across millennial housewives, and how being a homemaker, a housewife, is there's a new version of it. It's not typically you just caring for children and being at the beck of call of your husband. It's more like you really want your kids to get the attention that they need, versus having two people so they can pay for childcare. And you also want to have some type of creative outlet, so you have some socialization with adults, and maybe you have a side business. A lot of stay-at-home moms get that outlet by using social media, and they can make a great income without having to put a lot of hours compared to working for people. And then I realized there are black housewives, millennial housewives, but it's very judged, because I feel people judge you on things that they feel that they can't have or can't provide for their significant other. So I feel like, spirit and the universe is calling me to kind of be the light worker, to wake you up to realize, like, maybe you're living your life the wrong way, that's not in tune with your life purpose. Maybe everything's not going well because the universe is giving you that tower moment. The tower is a card in tarot where it basically signifies that when you don't listen to spirit or the universe or God or whatever you like to focus on, if you don't listen long enough, they'll get to the point where they're like, okay, we gave you enough time to come to your own conclusion that this isn't the right path. So now we're going to force you, because you came here on a contract. You were an angel up above, and we had a specific duty that we brought you here, your soul, to earth to do this. Yeah, it would have been nice if we allowed you remember this, but when you became in human form, you forgot about all your angelic career in heaven. This is like my simplistic way of explaining spirituality. So your life purpose is to do XYZ. Your life purpose is to help not all, but a specific group of black women who are light workers, who are empaths, to live a life where they feel sustained, they feel appreciated, because then once they're in appreciated and rejuvenated, they're so much open to help other people. And your job isn't to save the world. Your job is just to help this specific group of people. And since you're focusing on this job that's more capitalistic based, and you're focusing on this guy that doesn't even appreciate you, he's not even woke enough, you are vibrating at a level that he is not there. He has the opportunity to get there, but he chooses not to do those. We're going to take all these people, this situation, this job, this house, this guy out from you. So you only have to have the opportunity to focus on what you need to do immediately. And what you need to do is XYZ. So since we gave you X amount of time to do it on your own, you didn't because you wanted to be safe and comfortable, we're going to fuck it up. And because we're on a spiritual realm, we don't look at things as bad, good and bad and fucked up and heartless. We just look, oh, we gotta take this out, boom, and let the cards fall as they may. So if you're going through some shitty time and that's how you came across this video, maybe it's not happening to you, it's happening for you. You most likely have signs that things weren't going right. You didn't feel right, you felt stuck, but because you felt stuck, you chose not to make change, and now the tower moment has pushed you, so you feel like you're starting from scratch, because that's what's necessary for you to stay on your path. Light workers, it's almost like the more stubborn we are in fulfilling our life purpose, because we're afraid that we're alone, no one gets us, we want to feel safe, we want to feel accepted. The one thing is, you have to understand, your life can almost feel like you're you're the sacrificial lamb, and you just want to be normal. You just want to be asleep like the rest of people. You just want to find a cute boo, have a little mediocre, you know, American dream life, and let somebody else be the freaking hero and the little activist and shit, and you enjoy the fruits of your labor. But once the universe realizes that you're trying to do that path, they're gonna fuck it up for you. So I'll explain more on my channel. I really wanted this video to be like 10 minutes, but I guess that's what happens when I haven't done a video for so long. So if you have any questions, I am a holistic healer. I used to call myself a business, spirituality mentor, teacher, but I consider myself a healer because the way I help my clients who come to me is that I share with you the shit that I went through, and then I tell you what you need to do. I don't care what you think you need to do. I tell you what you need to do. And then as a grown-ass person, it's up to you if you want to implement my teachings, because obviously it worked for me. So if you feel you're in a similar situation, the ingredients is going to work for you. You just have to mix them together and bake them for the time that I told you to bake them. So I'm going to be doing very daily videos to my best. I am a person. I am a healer. I am a person who, I'm a Virgo sun and moon Scorpio, which means like I go through times where I can be very emotional and moody. So that does affect my production of videos. And I share that with you because this channel, there's a lot of free videos, free resources. So if you're at a place where you're unable to invest in yourself to my requirements, just because you don't pay for my service doesn't mean you don't invest in yourself, but to my requirements, watch the videos over and over and over till you get where you're at a place where you can afford to invest my stuff. So I'm very, very good with my boundaries, because I am an energetic healer, so I have to be protective of my boundaries. So if you choose to contact me, if it's not about booking a consultation, I'm just going to politely redirect you to my YouTube channel, because as a healer, and you'll see over my channel all the things that I've been through in life personally, as well as my investment in my business and educational. I'm spending several years as a registered nurse and all these things. I'm at a point where I can only invest energy with people who give me energy, aka money. And if you also are watching this because you are a functioning practitioner, or you heal, or you provide some type of service that uses the heart chakra, or you're a heart-based entrepreneur, and if you are a heart-based entrepreneur, this term isn't unique to you. If you are a heart-based entrepreneur, it's important that you become unapologetic for charging for your services. A lot of us suffer unnecessary because we just are not comfortable about asking for money. So that's another video. So I don't know, I just felt like I had all these different topics in one video, but I feel it's going to hit the right person at the right time. So I'll talk to you soon. Bye.